I need to work on intros. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. It is so nice filming with my new background. It's actually a new headboard but it's technically a new background. Today I'm just doing this really smoky dark eye look using a new palette, using a few other new products that I got. I will explain that once the video started. When I asked people what they wanted to see, somebody asked me for a smoky eye. I can't remember who it was. It was one of my friends, I know it was, but I can't remember. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do that because I haven't posted in a while. So yeah, it's a nice fun video. Back to makeup again, which is great. So if you guys want to see how I do this to my face, then please keep watching, please. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram. So yeah, hope you enjoy this video. Let's do it. Okay, if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen that I actually got the P.Louise beauty box when it was on sale, and it's amazing. I'm going to be using so many things from it today to show you guys just what it's like, how good it is. Yeah, I'm really excited. If you want to see the stuff that came in my P.Louise beauty box, I am planning on putting it in a highlight on my Instagram, so I'll leave a link to my Instagram in the description if you want to go and have a look at that after you've watched this video. So I'm going to be doing something a bit different from me. I don't do this ever, but I'm going to be doing my eyebrows first. I did this yesterday, trying out the new brow stuff that I got in the P.Louise box, and you know what? It did good. I was impressed. So the product I got in the P.Louise box was actually this by BBare. So it's kind of like a soap brow kind of product. It came with the soap thing, it came with like a spray that you spray on it, and it also came with a little kind of double-ended spoolie comb thing. So what I did yesterday was I just took the soap, I took like 1 or 2 sprays. This spray smells so good, by the way. It's just the little things. Then you just kind of rub your spoolie into it and get some of it onto the brush. Also guys, I now have a standing mirror down here, so that's making life a hell of a lot easier for me. So then I just use that to brush my brows right up. This is supposed to kind of like give you that kind of brow lamination effect, and it looks crazy until you're done. But I did do this yesterday and it did work, so I'm not, I do know this is gonna go okay. It's gonna come together, okay? It's gonna be fine. Okay, so I just start by doing that on both eyebrows, making sure to brush them right up. I'm aware this probably looks insane right now, but I swear it does come together. So once that's in, you just let it set for like 1 to 2 minutes before you put like your brow powder or pencil or whatever it is you use through them. So obviously I'm going to be using the Benefit Brow Zings. I'm just keeping it to what I would normally do. Using just like a little angled brush, I'll just put it through, fill it in, make sure the arch is nice and defined. Just honestly exactly what I would usually do, but your eyebrows are like glued down. Then I just kind of go through my brows with like my normal spoolie and make sure that the brows are sitting exactly the way that I want them to sit, and then I just take my brow powder and fill it in. It's really not that difficult, and I really figured this out for myself, so I don't know why I'm trying to like teach it when this is absolutely probably not how you're meant to use it, but hey. So that is that brow pretty much done. I'm going to quickly fill in the other side exactly the same, and then I'll be right back to show you what I do next. Okay, so then I just went in and cleaned up my eyebrows using the P.Louise base. So I just put it, you know, onto the back of my hand and just using like a little flat brush like this. I'm just going to take the P.Louise base and just run it mainly along the top of my brow just to kind of clean it up. This is kind of hard to show, but I think you'll kind of understand what I'm doing. I'm just making sure that it looks nice and tidy. I then just run it lightly under the bottom as well, and I start like pulling it down to start priming my eyelids for eyeshadow as well. Then to buff that out, I'm just going to use this brush that also came in the P.Louise box from Spectrum. It's a Spectrum V09 brush. It's just like a nice double-ended vibe. So I'm just going to take the smaller end and use that to just buff that P.Louise base out. Okay, even though your eyebrows are going nowhere with that soap brow, I do still feel the need to use my brow setter. So I'm just going to run it through my eyebrows a little bit. Okay, I know my eyebrows look kind of crazy right now, but by the time I get my whole face done, it will all come together. Okay, so I'm actually going to be staying to the neutral tones for this look because I really want to use this. This is the Laura Lee Los Angeles Nudie Patootie palette. I feel like that sounds so much better in her accent. So this is what the palette looks like. It is so pretty. There's some gorgeous nude colours in here. And I don't know, I'm feeling it. I've been filming for 20 minutes already and I'm not even started my eyes yet. Oh my god. Okay, I think I'm going to start with a shade here called Butt Naked. Just to kind of get like a starting shape for my smoky eye. I'm just going to start to build up the kind of shape that we're going for. So I'm also obviously going into the inner corner and applying it there as well. Okay, so now that I've got a rough shape, I'm actually going to take just a shade darker than that. So it's going to be this shade here, which is called Nakey Nakey. Just gonna put it right over the top and just really darken this up. I don't know why I expected these colours to like not be as pigmented, but like I really didn't, and it's really proving me wrong. I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush. This is a Morphe M441 brush. And I don't know, I guess I'm just gonna go into like a lighter colour, so like maybe like these two mix, so that's streaking and strip. I'm just gonna use that to buff the edges of this. Am I just noticing these are all about being naked? Just want to quickly say that I hope everyone is doing okay in lockdown at the moment. I know that for a few people it's becoming quite hard now because we're kind of getting closer to the end, and I think people are really wanting it to just stop, but it's not. Which I know is getting kind of more stressful and difficult. So yeah, I hope everyone's managing okay. I also want to know, are any of you nervous about going back to normal? I know I am definitely nervous about going back to normal. It's just, it's a scary thought. I feel like everyone's just kind of kept to themselves for so long, and I don't know if it's just me, but I'm so scared of having to like interact with people again. I feel like I've gotten so used to like not having to. So yeah, I don't know if that's just me or whether that's a general feeling. I think the thing I'm most nervous about is knowing that so many like people up here have seen like my YouTube videos now or my Instagram and seen me being like so like confident and open and like basically probably making an idiot of myself in a lot of people's eyes, because I know there's probably a lot of people who think that I'm stupid for doing this. And I think it's just the thought of like facing that criticism head on when everything goes back to normal is definitely causing my anxiety to skyrocket. Okay, so just leaving that blend where it is at the moment, I'm going to take the shade Au Naturel, I think, which is just this little kind of goldy bronzy shade down here, and I'm going to pack that in between the two dark colours and start creating our spotlight. Anyone else that's used this palette think it feel absolutely fucking stupid saying nakey nakey, or is that just me? Something you say to a baby, not to your camera going on YouTube. Okay, so happy with that, so I'm just gonna quickly nip off camera and do it to this eye, and then I will be right back. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to put on some lashes. So the lashes I'm going to use are actually by Lunar Angel Lashes. They're in the style Haze. They aren't quite well used, but they're actually the only ones I have at the moment, so they're gonna have to do. I do have the shade Base Babe as well, but I wholeheartedly don't know where it is. So to apply them, I'm using the duo glue with the green writing, the one that I always use. So before I put on my lashes, I'm just going to put on some mascara. I'm going to use the Spectrum Dark Matter Mascara, which I also got in my P.Louise box. I've not used this mascara alone yet, but even from just applying it like before lashes, I can already tell that it's a good mascara. And then I'm just going to put on my lashes. Okay, I'm now just going to move on to my skin. So for my skin, I'm going to start by using my Neutrogena Hydro Boost. Okay, then just going in with my Revolution Hydrate Primer. And then for foundation, we're jumping quite high end. This is by Dior. This is the Dior Forever foundation. I've actually had this for quite a while now, but I don't use it as much as I should, because it is really, really nice. This foundation is actually also quite dark for me normally, but at the moment it matches me quite nicely because I've not washed my guide colour from my tan off yet, so it's matching quite good. The only thing I do find about this foundation is that it is on the slightly more kind of medium coverage side, so I do have to put in a little bit more if I want a full coverage, but it's still beautiful on the skin. Like, it builds up totally fine, so I'm not mad about that. Okay, then I'm just gonna take my sponge and just make sure everything's nice and blended. Okay, so I'm then just going to go in with my Morphe full coverage concealer and just apply that kind of like that. I saw this on TikTok and everyone's saying that it's like a revolutionary way to apply your concealer, so I also want to do like a video where I test out like TikTok makeup hacks or something like that. I know that that is quite kind of typical at the moment for a lot of YouTubers. There are a lot of YouTubers kind of testing out the different hacks from TikTok, but I think it's so interesting and you can learn so much, so I definitely want to try some of it. That might be coming soon, we'll see. I think my dad has just started the lawnmower and I'm kind of mad about it because the last 2 videos I've tried to film, he's decided to cut the grass during. Okay, so let's see how this works. So just gonna start tapping it under my eye just like I normally would. Do you know what? That actually looks so nice. Okay, no, I'm impressed by that. I didn't expect that to be like my kind of thing because I'm such like a apply the entire thing of concealer kind of person, but no, I quite like that. Okay, so something else that I actually tried yesterday is cream blush. So I actually mixed 2 of the P.Louise bases together and used them as blush and it actually looked really, really nice. So I used Winter Rose, which I've had for a while, but also Cute and Coral, which I got in my P.Louise box. So I just took them on the back of my hand, and honestly you really don't need much because obviously it's kind of bright, so you don't want to be applying too much of it, but I just mix kind of roughly the same amount of each on the back of my hand, so it's going to kind of look like a tiny dot like that. So this is the brush that I used to do it. I used a JH05 brush from Morphe and just kind of tap the back of my hand just to try and like get the product on there. And then I just started tapping it onto my cheeks. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it will look crazy to start with because you've got no bronzer or anything on your face. But then once you take your sponge, so I actually do dip my sponge a little bit as well. I just take my sponge over the top. And I also use my foundation brush just to make sure that it is totally melting in with everything. I think it ends up looking really, really pretty. I don't know if you can actually see it. I feel like you can see it a little bit. So then I'm just going to use a bit of conceal and define as usual to do a bit of cream contouring. Then I'm just blending that in with my Real Techniques contour brush. I'm just going to go back in with my foundation brush again and just make sure that that's nice and blended out. Don't want any kind of harsh lines. Okay, I'm then just going to take my powder, which is the Maybelline Fit Me powder in Fair Light. Then before I set my under eyes, I'm just going to quickly tap out any creasing and then just going to pack that powder underneath my eyes. I also just put this kind of in the middle of my face because I find that's where my foundation will kind of break up first. And it's also where you want to kind of appear more matte. Okay, I'm then going to bronze my face using MAC Give Me Sun. Yes, I'm back on MAC Give Me Sun a little bit. I'm actually using both my Ofra and my MAC bronzer because I like being bronzed, what can I say? It's like I need this mirror to be like up higher so I can just like, too late now. We'll do it next time. I'm then just going to put a little bit of my Ofra River bronzer by Samantha March over the top. Just a little bit of this one. A lot of people seem to find it weird that I use two bronzers, but honestly, we should just count our blessings that I didn't start filming my YouTube videos when I was on my 3 bronzer phase. Okay, now I'm just going to go in with Milani blusher and just kind of let it kind of bounce off my face because this is pigmented and I really don't want too much of it on. Okay, now to put some highlighter on and make my face glow again. So I'm just going to use the Champagne Pop highlighter by Becca and just put that on the highest points of my face. I mean, can you see that? That's just the best. The best. Okay, so my skin is done. I'm just gonna spray some Morphe continuous setting spray. I think I'm running out of this and it's making me really sad. Yeah. So I'm just gonna finish up under my eyes and just using the same 2 dark colours we used before on the same brush we used before. I'm just gonna smoke my lower lash line. Then I'm just gonna use the same brush that I used before for the lighter colours and just take them to kind of blend that out a little bit. Okay, then just using my L'Oreal Infallible gel crayon, I'm gonna line my waterline and my tight line. Oh, there's nothing I detest more than that feeling. Okay, then I'm just gonna put on some lower lash mascara using the Spectrum mascara again. So I'm just gonna highlight my inner corner now, and I'm just gonna use the shade Stark, this nice like white shimmer from the Laura Lee palette. Oh, she's bright. That's an inner corner highlight if I ever saw one. Do you know what? This palette hasn't impressed me and I really didn't expect it to. Okay, lastly I'm going to do my lips. So I'm going to line my lips using the Cappuccino lip liner by Rimmel. If anyone has any recommendations of another lip liner I can try, I'm all ears because it's just permanently what I use. I just slightly overline my lips. I'm actually just going to drag that lip liner in a little bit as well. And I'm then going to take the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade... Why, hello.
Hi.
Can I help you? Thank you. Okay, as I was saying, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my lips using the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Driver. I'm just putting this in the middle of my lips and then blending it out with my fingers. So to make my lips really nice and glossy, I'm actually going to use the L'Oreal Dazzle Lip Gloss in the shade Disco Ball. So the very last thing I'm going to do is then just apply some Urban Decay All Nighter. And I'm done. Okay guys, that is the finished makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed this video trying out some new stuff that I've got. I do have more stuff from the P.Louise box to try out, so I'm hoping to do that in my next video. My favourite thing has to be the eyebrow stuff. It's so good. I love my eyebrows with it, and actually this little Laura Lee palette has that's impressed me. I don't know why I didn't expect good things from this palette, but this is probably my favourite nude palette that I've ever used. I'm sorry, she's good. I don't know what else to say. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Also head over to my Instagram and you will see this makeup look along with quite a lot of others. So please follow me over there as well. So yeah. Thank you for watching and I will see you all in my next video.